What is up YouTube, and welcome to this Spider-Man tier list video. Now of course the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer is out, and yes, it is stunning. I have a couple of videos on my channel if you wanted to check that out, and I have been on sort of a Spider-Man binge watching them over the past year because, well, of course we know it's an open secret that all the Spider-Men are coming back. However, there is a fierce debate online about just what is the best Spider-Man, who is the best Spider-Man, and I'm going to put my 2 cents into the ring today and actually rank them all for me. And I found on tier list tier list of all of them, not the weird ones from the 60s, but let's jump in and have a look. Okay, so this one actually has Venom on it, so we're just going to have a look. So, of course, Spider-Man 2 is going up there as an S. That's obvious. It's absolutely obvious that Spider-Man 2 is going to be there at the top. It is just, it's near perfect. It's not only is it perfect Spider-Man, but it is actually perfect Sam Raimi. Of course, we had Doc Ock. Alfred Molina understood the excitement and assignment expertly. So that's there. Now, of course, I'm going to put Spider-Man 1. I'm going to put that up in grey. It doesn't deserve an S. I don't think it is. It's near perfect. I think Spider-Man 2 does belong up there. Spider-Man 3... Now, yeah, Spider-Man 3 at the time, I was like, why are they putting so many villains in it? Of course, I was excited because you had Venom, which, of course, back then, I think I was like 18, so I'm the prime fan for the edginess of it. And of course, it's iconic, the black suit, but I am going to have to put it in trash, I'm afraid. It's just infinitely meme-worthy, unfortunately. There's just too many memes and that. It's not like, of course, the Star Wars prequels, which Phantom Menace is I really like it. It's actually pretty good. And, of course, Revenge of the Sith, which is just top tier. But, yeah, for me, it's just absolutely awful. Now, Venom, where are we going to put Venom? It's going to belong in the bin. It is awful. It's just an awful movie. Tom Hardy, I don't get it. So Eddie Brock, of course, in the comics, is the total enemy, the rival of Peter Parker. And while I did actually like Topher Grace, as I liked him as Eddie Brock, he wasn't that bad. He just wasn't, the big muscle-bound guy who turns into Venom, or at least has the symbiote. It didn't really work with that, but I understood where they were going with it. Eddie Brock, Tom Hardy, it's just, it does not work for me. It does not work at all. The comedy is cringe. Everything about it is total cringe. I think Riz Ahmed's in it as well, but he was good. I liked that kind of expansion upon the symbiotes, but Carnage, I'm going to go see it because I've got Odeon Limitless cards, so I'm going to watch that. But overall, it just wasn't good at all. Tom Hardy, or at least maybe the writing, I don't know if I could put it all on Tom Hardy, but the writing in the movie just did not... I don't know what they were trying to do. Well, they're making him an anti-hero, which Eddie Brock was in the Lethal, or at least after and during the Lethal Protector storyline, which is what they're trying. Now, Amazing Spider-Man. I don't know what we can put this as, because at the time I thought it was okay. Of course, it came out during the height of the MCU. I mean, of course, we had Phase 1, and then Phase 2, it kind of just absolutely went to the moon. So, Andrew Garfield, I like the actor. I thought he was good in Boy A, which he did before. And he did the one with Carey Mulligan, can't remember the top of my head, the movie before that, where he think they were like clones or something. That's probably a spoiler, but go and check it out. It's been out a while. So the movie, it just didn't work. It just didn't. He didn't click for me as Peter Parker, or even as Spider-Man. He's just a gigantic dick as Spider-Man. So that's just going to have to go in bad. Was it bad? No, it was okay. It was okay with middle of the road there. Amazing Spider-Man 2. Oh boy. Oh boy. Was that absolutely god awful. It's not quite trash. It had some redeeming factors. I understood what they were doing with Electro, and some of the other bits and pieces were cool. Gwen Stacy was just unreal. Emma Stone was superb as Gwen Stacy there. But it just didn't click. It just, what they were trying to do, it just felt nothingy. Electro was just awful, in my opinion. So we're going to have to put that in bad. There's another Spider-Man 3 that I've just noticed. I don't know why that's there. Okay, so we're going to go with Spider-Verse. Welcome to the top tier VIP room, Miles. Welcome to S tier. It is. I don't have there's not a single flaw I could say about that movie. There's not a single flaw I could say about Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It is the pure, distilled Spider-Man, just the essence. And everything about it, kind of, they get the core, and then they add the toppings. They add the sprinklings of the cool villains, the female Doc Ock, the Kingpin being pretty cool. And of course, you've got the different versions of Peter Parker, which just absolutely make it special. I think when you get the core of the character right so well, you can then add the stuff on top. So that is just, I think that's pretty safe to say for me. I think Venom's going to be controversial, but Spider-Verse is not going to be controversial. I've not seen anyone say they didn't like it. However, let's move into MCU Spidey, where, yeah, I am not going to be praised for my decisions here by the Raimi-verse fans, but hey, let's end this civil war. They're all in one movie soon, so let's go from, Homecoming. Yeah, there we go. So Spider-Man Homecoming, I think, is legitimately great. It is a great movie, and it's not necessarily the essence, the comic book Spider-Man, the pure version that, of course, Spider-Verse is, in my opinion. I think that having Iron Man in it does drag down the character somewhat. I'm not a fan of what they did with, of course, in the comics we had Civil War, and Peter Parker was taken under Tony Stark's wing there. So I'm not too much of a fan of that. So I am going to put it here in good with some flaws. But it is very good. It is one of my favourites. But I will admit there is some bias because I grew up with these two. And there's no bias with this one. It's near perfect, if not perfect, to be honest. There are some animated movies that they just get it right. They just absolutely get it right. That Marshalls or Something versus the Machines that's on Netflix gets it right. Of course, it's not to this level, but it does get it right. The Lego Movie got it right, and the fact that they got the characters, they understood the assignment. Now, Spider-Man, Far From Home, free of the Iron Man, free of really any restraints, apart from, of course, the whole Nick Fury, but it wasn't Nick Fury thing. So, Mysterio, perfect. I I have nothing bad to say about Mysterio. I love the twist. The twist was shocking, but it's sort of like the character. The character is mysterious there. So I loved it. The comedy, top tier. I really, really like the updated MJ. We've had Mary Jane. We've had her countless times. And I really like Zendaya playing this kind of updated version. It does feel like they're playing the long play with these characters. So I do think that it improved on Homecoming by having him strike out mostly on his own. So I am going to put that in great at the top here. So I am going to put that there in great. I don't know what this one is. Spider-Man 3. I think there's just an erroneous one there. I think this is the box set for some reason. So that is my tier list for Spider-Man. It is tough. The Andrew Garfield ones I did not like. But I will admit that The Amazing Spider-Man was okay. And I think middle of the road is the best way to describe it there. But that is it for this video. Let me know what your tier list is. I'll see if I can link this or some way into the description down below, or just type it out, whatever you prefer, and let me know what you think. But if you like these tier lists, let me know down in the comments. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe with notifications on. And if you want more tier lists, let me know and send them over on Twitter, and it's at Superhero Nexus. Stay safe, have a great day. I'm off to watch, I think I'm going to watch Jurassic Park, and goodbye.